You guys, look at this adorable little pumpkin pup. Does that not scream queen bee to you? She's a queen. Hi, my crafty and cozy friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyra if you're new here, and today I have so many cute crochet plushies to share with you guys. I have been busy prepping for my upcoming market, and it is this Saturday. Today is Thursday, so I am only a couple days away from my first market of 2025. So I've been prepping for that. I actually did 2 pattern tests this week, so I'm going to show you guys those. I got some new things for my market display, so we'll talk about that. And I also got some happy mail from one of you guys, so I can't wait to share that with you guys as well. But if you're new here, hi, my name is Kyra, and I share behind the scenes of growing my small crochet and crafty business, Kybee Creates. I share weekly crochet content like studio vlogs, market prep, market vlogs, all things crochet and cozy. So if that sounds like fun to you, definitely be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to join our crafty and cozy family. And without further ado, grab yourself your favorite snack, your favorite drink, and let's create together. All right, friends, so I did end up getting one of these little mics. I told you guys I've been wanting one of these, especially whenever I go to like Hobby Lobby and I do my shop with me's or at my markets. I just want you guys to be able to hear me clearly. And whenever I'm in the stores, the music is always so loud. So hopefully now that I have this, you guys will be able to hear me a little better. I'll cut out that background music and it'll be a lot better for markets and things like that. So I wanted to film the intro without it, and then I wanted to film it with this and kind of see the difference between the two. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think. And of course, I'll probably have to adjust the settings on this. I'm not too sure what all I can do, but I just got this in the mail yesterday. So I wanted to try it out today. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and clip it on my shirt. That way it doesn't get in the way while I'm showing you guys all these cute crocheted plushies. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Give me a second. All right, what do you guys think? I know it's not the cutest. It definitely takes away from my strawberry shortcake shirt, but they have pink covers for this, and I'm definitely going to be getting a little pink cover to where it's a little bit cuter. But anyway, I have so much to share with you guys this week. I have been doing so many crochet patterns, getting ready for this market. I've been doing a lot of shorter makes. That way I have a lot, like a big volume to take to this market. But I've also been in some pattern tests, like I told you guys. So I wrote down all the patterns in this little notebook, which, speaking of, how adorable is this notebook? I got this in Amish country while we were there, and somebody, I cannot remember the business name. I'm not sure if she had a little thing out there. If I can find my receipt, I will put the business name up there. But it's in that little craft mall I was telling you guys about, how it's 2 stories, and there's all different craft vendors. They have crochet there, sewing, literally anything that you could think of as a craft, they have it, and it's so fun. So if you're in that area or you're not too far away from Amish country, like Berlin, Ohio, Sugar Creek, Ohio, that is where I'm talking about. And I definitely recommend going there for the day and just having a fun time, because I love it and Brendan loves it so much. But anyway, I got this from there, and it's really cute. It's literally just like a little composition cover. Like, this is just a composition notebook, and you can kind of switch it out. And then you always have this pretty quilted cover. Like, how cute is that? But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So I wrote down all of the patterns and all of the pattern creators here. That way I can talk to you guys about them as we go. And as always, I think I'm gonna start with some of the least exciting makes, like things you guys might have seen before, things I've made in the past, just smaller things, and then we'll get into the really exciting big makes later in this video. So I think let's go ahead and start out with these little ghosties I've been making. So I made 1, 2, 3, where's my other ones? I thought I had way more. They might be in my crochet bag, hold on. All right, I'm back. So I only found 2 extra ones. I have this one, and then I have one I'm currently making right here. So that makes a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've made 5 little ghosts, and I'll go ahead and show you guys the one with the blush, because the rest still need the blush on them. Okay, so that's what it looks like, and this pattern was so fun to make. If you guys watched my testing fall market makes, I featured this in the video, and I also featured 3 of the other patterns that I'm gonna show you guys today in that video. I broke down how long they took me to make, what I would price them at my market, what I thought about the pattern, and overall if it passed like the market-friendly test, because as you guys know, I am on the hunt for very quick and market-friendly patterns, just with how many markets I have coming up this year, and I need something quick and easy that I can whip up really fast and that I can get a pretty decent profit out of. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the one that I'm currently making, of these little ghosty guys, and they are so cute. You'll have to see and watch that Market Makes video to learn how long they took me exactly to make, but I will say this was a very fun pattern, and they're so cute. So what you do in the pattern is you start obviously with the magic ring. There's no sewing, which is very nice. I think that definitely makes a pattern market friendly or not. Now you can have a market pattern and still have some sewing, but it definitely cuts out a lot of time if you can work it all up in one piece. So you start up here, go all the way down to the little baubles for the arms, and then you do front loop only to do the little ridges around his body, and then back loop only to close it up. And it is so cute. This is, let me see the exact name of this pattern, Mini Ghosts by Crochet with Bay, and it's a free pattern over on her Instagram. I ended up using Bernat Baby Blanket, just the white color, and then I can't remember what size these safety eyes are. That's one thing I have such a hard time with. I don't know how big different safety eyes are. I think these might be 12 millimeter, maybe. And then I used the Dollar Tree like Premier Basics, whatever their Dollar Tree yarn is there. But I used that chenille yarn to do the embroidered blush. So I got some ghosts knocked out for my market coming up. So that's one thing I've been making this week. And then next up, actually, wait, hold on a second. Oh, Brandon.
Yes, honey.
Will you rub my feet while I crochet?
But I don't have to do that anymore ever since you got the Bob and Brad Light Foot Massager.
That's right. Which leads me to today's sponsor, Bob and Brad. You guys know that I have talked about Bob and Brad in the past because I truly love their products and have a really strong appreciation for them working in the physical therapy field myself. I genuinely have been using this light foot massager every night while I'm crocheting, editing my YouTube videos, or just while we're relaxing on the couch watching our favorite TV show. It's especially perfect after I'm working in the clinic because I'm spending 10 hours a day up on my feet. The light foot massager helps with common foot issues like swelling, plantar fasciitis, or just sore and tired feet after spending a long day on them. It uses different techniques like squeezing, kneading, rolling, and pressing, which mimics a professional massage. There are settings for deep kneading, pressure point relief, and it also comes with 4 programs and 4 intensity levels, and the option for heat therapy as well. One of my favorite parts about it is that I can adjust the kneading intensity, the compression, or the heat all from this little remote, so I don't have to quit working and bend down to readjust the settings. Or if you're like me and you lose the remote all the time, it has the settings clearly listed on the top of the machine so you can easily adjust through all the different options. This foot massager was designed by 2 physical therapists with over 60 years of combined experience. So if you struggle with foot pain, swelling, or you just want a nice way to unwind and relax in the evening, I definitely recommend giving the Bob and Brad Light Foot Massager a try. If you're interested, I have a link down in my description box with a coupon code for you guys, so you can get one of these for yourself. And thank you again to Bob and Brad for sponsoring this video. Okay, so I'm going to abandon the mic for the rest of this video just because I went back and listened to that last clip and I feel like you can hear my breathing so bad. You guys, why am I so out of breath just sitting here talking to you? I don't know. But in between each word, I was like breathing and you guys could hear that. So I'm gonna have to adjust things a little bit. And I also felt like whenever my hair was kind of brushing against my shirt, you could kind of hear that. So I'll play with it a little bit, see what I need to change. But for now, we're just gonna continue along with how I normally do my videos. That way it's not weird the whole video. But anyway, I showed you guys the ghosts. And then next up, this is another pattern that's in that Testing Market Makes video, episode 2. So I have 2 episodes out now. And it's this little mini pumpkin by Crochet by Yanina. And she has this as a free pattern on her Instagram as well. So in her pattern, she does the little green leaf. And as you guys saw in my Market Make video, I had a little bit of trouble with this leaf on the top. So right now it looks good because it's all curly like it should be. But I kept running into the problem of it just laying like this, like a little ponytail, a pumpkin with a ponytail. I don't know what's going on and why it's not wanting to stay the way it needs to the whole time. But if you kind of mess with it, if it does turn into a ponytail, just kind of curl it around and then it'll fix. But I'm not sure if it's the way I did it or just if that's what it's gonna do and you just kind of have to mess with it a little bit. But either way, it is cute with the leaf on the top. So I made this little guy and I made this one. And I actually had another one, but my Nana bought it for my little baby cousin and she loves anything fall. She actually wants to get a little ghost for her too. So she has one of the other pumpkins I made, but This was really quick to work up. Again, you'll have to watch the video to see how long it took. But they're really cute. I need to add a face to this one. And I've been setting them back here on my shelf. And if you guys watched one of my videos on Instagram, I did like a decorating my office for fall just with all the things I've crocheted. And that's such a good idea. Like, you don't have to go out and buy all these fall decorations. If you can crochet, you can literally crochet your fall decor and make little cute things to sit on your bookshelf, and I think that's really fun. So I'm encouraging you, instead of buying your fall decor this year, try crocheting, or if you don't crochet and you do other things like Cricut or whatever your craft is, make or DIY your Halloween/fall decor and tag me in it on Instagram, because I'd really like to see what you guys do, what you make, and I'm having so much fun interacting with you guys over there. So definitely don't hesitate to reach out to me. I love when you guys send me DMs and I talk back and forth with you guys. I don't always get to them right away just because I have a lot of people I'm responding to, but I so enjoy talking to you guys over there and just meeting you guys, and I appreciate you all so much. So do not hesitate to reach out to me over there because I really enjoy it and you guys always make me smile. But anyway, another thing I've made this week is this cutie little candy corn. And this is the candy corn pattern by magic_filament on Instagram. So as you guys can see, you start, this is all one piece as well. There's no sewing with this, so this was very fast to work up also. And you start up here at the top, you change your color to the orange, then the yellow, and then you add your little baubles on for his legs and his arms. And I just added a little face on there. You could do whatever face you wanted, but I thought he was cute with a little smile. So that's what he turned out to look like. This white is Big Twist Baby Bear. The orange is Parfait Chunky and Tangerine. And then this is Big Twist in the color Sunshine. So that's how he turned out. Obviously, if you use like Bernat baby blanket or any thicker yarn, he could turn out a lot bigger. But I think that this is a pretty decent size for this candy corn. So here's what he looks like next to the ghost. This is using Bernat baby blanket, and this is with the Big Twist. So honestly, this is a little taller than the ghost, but both of these are super like small patterns. I wanted to find quick patterns to make, and so I chose smaller ones, but I still think that these turned out to be a decent size. And so I'm very excited to have like little bins of these. Like, I'll have a bin with my ghosts in it at my market, a bin with these little candy corns with the little pumpkins, and I think that will be really nice for fall markets, and then kids can just kind of dig through and you can choose what you want. And I also got a really exciting thing to display my plushies on, which I might just show you now because I'm excited about it. So I went to TJ Maxx and I got this stand. How cute is this? So I'm not sure, I think the brand's like, have you seen Made in India or Made by India or something like that? A lot of their wood pieces in TJ Maxx are by that brand. It has like a pretty little design on it, and then it says India, something India, I'm pretty sure. But this is so cute, and you guys, my idea is to put my little sweater teddies on this on the top row, and then I think I might either put chickens on the bottom, or I could even stack my ghosts. Like, let's see what the ghosts look like sitting up here. I just thought these might be a little bit too small, but this actually might be perfect. And then I could have like a spooky shelf at my market. How cute would that be? Oh my goodness, how cute is this? And then let's see, I could put my turtle bowls on there too, which I know you guys can see my turtle bowls in the background. I'll be talking about those in a minute, but I just thought this was super cute and I had to get this. So it was actually in the kitchen section, which you can find decor for your markets and literally any part of TJ Maxx. Like, that's one of my favorite places to shop. And so it was in the kitchen section near like all their kitchen gadgets, their pots and pans and stuff. It was kind of on an end cap. But then I also like to go to the home decor, office decor section. They have lots of baskets in that area, and they also have like little shelves. So definitely hit up TJ Maxx, hit up Marshall's, all those kinds of stores to get some market display items, because I also got this, which is so cute. I love the woven look. So the whole theme for my markets are going to be pink, of course, obviously. So I did order a pack of those tablecloths that fit directly on the table. Before that, I was using these, which you guys know that the tables in my office are literally just the fold-up ones that you get at Costco. It says Costco. I'm pretty sure I got them at Walmart though, but you can get them at Sam's, Walmart, wherever. They're literally the folding tables. And so I have a 6-foot one that sits here in front of me, and I have a 4-foot one there, just because I didn't know what I wanted to do in this space and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a desk. So I literally bought fold-up tables and I just cover them with tablecloths, and I think it works fine. It works totally good for me. But the issue is, in order to do a market, I have to completely fold these tables up, take everything off of them, like my printer comes off, all of that stuff up there, my Cricut on this table, literally everything that's on these desks has to come off. I fold them up and then everything's just sitting in my floor. So I think I might buy a few more tables just to where I have some that I don't have to deconstruct my whole craft room every time I go to a market. I've been using these tablecloths from Walmart, but I did end up getting a pack of 2, and they're white, and they're the kind that kind of snap over your table, a lot more fitted, and then they go over the legs of your table. And so I think that will look a lot cleaner and a little bit nicer. So I got white of those. And then I have my pink Kybee Creates sign that's gonna hang over the bottom of my table, either in front, or if I have a canopy, I'll hang it up behind me. And then as for like the display pieces, I really like the woven look. So I'm going for this kind of tone, like really neutral wood colors, this color, and then like white decor pieces, things like that, to where my plushies and stuff like that really stands out and doesn't kind of get buried in a crazy display. And I just like the natural look. And I also got that shelf back there, that wooden one that has stuff on it. I use that for my markets, and I used it to display my tumblers at my April show. And so that worked out really nice. It's foldable, it collapses all the way, and that's from TJ Maxx as well. But I'm just telling you, you guys look at TJ Maxx for all of your market display items because you can really find some good stuff. So I got this, and right now I just have my little summer buddies in here. I did have an extra one, but I think that's cute, and you can just kind of put your little plushies. You can go by theme, or if I wanted to make more octos, I could just display octos in here. Literally whatever you want. And then they can just kind of reach around and grab what they want, and I think it's really cute. So I got that at TJ Maxx. And then the last thing I made that was part of that Fall Market Make series was the little chunky mushroom boy by chunky.crochet on Instagram. And this little guy is so cute. And I told you guys, he really is just a little mushroom until you lift up and then you see his eyes. He is so cute. One thing, it did seem like this pattern took a little bit longer just because of the brim of the hat. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I do not like crocheting in the front loop only and the back loop only. I feel like sometimes that takes more time, but it's not bad. It just seems like it takes longer to me for some reason, just because I don't really enjoy it too much. But anyway, overall, he was really fun to make, and I used that cranberry yarn color from Hobby Lobby. It's the Cozy Occasion in the color Cranberry, and I feel like that's the perfect color for this little mushroom cap. And then this is white Bernat baby blanket, and then I embroidered the little spots on top. But I think for my next one, I'm gonna kind of embroider little hearts on there. Just in the video that I made, I wanted to do it as quickly as possible, so I didn't take time to embroider hearts. I just did the basic little lines, and they're definitely uneven, you guys. Now that I'm looking at this, that looks not very good, so maybe I'll take those out and re-embroider them. But overall, this is really cute as well. And I have ideas to make it in like orange mushroom caps. I think I'll do yellow. Like, you can do any color mushroom, literally ever. So I'm gonna experiment with different mushroom caps, and I think he's gonna be really cute to kind of sit on my shelves at my market. And again, this little shelf might be good if you display your little mushy guys up here. I think anything that can fit on this shelf is super cute to display. So I made a mushroom guy. Next up, I'm in a pattern test currently, so I don't have it all the way finished. But this pattern test is by Crochet by Yanina, the same person that wrote the little mini pumpkins. And she's putting out 4-in-1 forest frogs. So I'll show you the ones that I have finished right now. But I'm making 4 of these little guys. And this is the first one. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. So I used the color, this is Hobie yarn. Whatever this dark pink is, I don't know the name, but this is Hobie. The light pink is Bernat, or not Bernat, Big Twist Baby Bear, but it's kind of one of those skeins where it's like chalky. Do you guys know what I mean? It's not the nice smooth Baby Bear. It's kind of like that you touch it and you're like, this isn't the best. But I have a whole skein of it. It's in the other room where I'd show you guys. But anyway, it's been okay to work with, and I'm just kind of trying to use it up here and there. I've also been using it for the blush on things. I'm just kind of trying to get it out of my inventory because I don't want to waste it. I definitely won't waste it, but it's not my favorite to work with. I just got a bad skein, and I actually got it before I really knew anything about crochet. Whenever I was first learning, I went to Joann's, which that still makes me really sad anytime I talk about there. But anyway, I went there and got a lot of yarn, but I didn't know what was good yarn versus bad yarn by doing the field test because I was in the very beginning stages of my crochet journey. And if you are new here, I know I have a lot of new people. Hi, thank you for being here. But a little bit about my crochet journey. I've been crocheting for about 11 months. It's not been a year yet. It'll actually be a year at the end of September. And so that's a very exciting milestone that's coming up. But I haven't been crocheting for too long, definitely compared to other people on YouTube that crochet or other creators in this community. But once I started crocheting, I absolutely fell in love with it and I cannot get enough of it now. So I am definitely still in the beginning stages of my journey, but I feel like I've learned so much over these past 11 months and it's just been such an exciting time. I've met so many of you guys and made so many new small business friends and I'm having a blast. So I definitely encourage you, if you are wanting to crochet and you watch these videos or you watch other crochet creators, I encourage you, take that leap, just start learning, just start crocheting, and you will get it eventually. Trust me, I didn't think I was gonna get it either. And you guys, let me see if I can find my first project. So I shared this before, but the first thing that I made was granny squares because I wanted to learn all the different stitches and what? Oh no, it is not good. Look at the huge hole in the middle. I don't even know what happened down here. I don't know. You guys, look, the colors are off. It is not good. And actually I tried making like a book sleeve. I don't know why that was gonna be my first project, but this wasn't this. But I started making a book sleeve, but I could not get it to be straight across. This isn't very straight either. But I just kept taking it out, and I never actually committed to making something. So I recommend starting with a chicken pattern. Chickens are like one of the easiest things to make in amigurumi, and there's so many free chicken patterns out there. I'll actually leave the one that I use down in the description box. I found it on Pinterest, and that's what I use to make my chickens. But I definitely recommend just starting to make it, learn your basic stitches. I feel like I use single crochet, half double crochet, and then you need to know your increases and decreases. But other than that, like, you can start just by knowing single crochet and then just keep practicing, keep making things. You'll probably have to take it out like I have. Like, there's so many things that I made and I got the stitches all wrong, got the counts off, and now I don't really even count, honestly. I just kind of go with it and whatever happens, happens. But in the beginning, I was a very big stickler for counting my stitches. As time passes, you won't be like that. But anyway, definitely crochet. Learn how to crochet because it's fun. But back to this pattern test, these little frogs, these forest frogs. This is the mushroom frog by her. And look at how cute this is. So I was telling you guys about the colors up top. For this green here, this is from Dollar Tree. Again, that Premier Basics dollar yarn, whatever that is. And you guys, how pretty is that? That's such a pretty color. I feel like this little pastel frog is so cute. I know a lot of the other people that are doing the pattern test right now are doing like a bright lime green, but I wanted to do kind of like pastel versions. And for all of these little frogs, I'm going to do the pink theme, so dark pink and light pink, which I'll show you guys the next frog. And this is gonna be the wizard frog. So this is what they look like next to each other. These little guys are so cute. I need to add the blush to this one. And he also has like a little cloak that ties around and knots on the front there. And it's so cute. So I'm going to do his cloak in this lighter pink color. And then she embroidered little stars on there. And so these patterns are so cute. But I'm in the process of working on them. And then I also made another little froggy, and this one's gonna be the fairy bug frog, which it has little wings on its back and it has antennas coming out. And then the last one's a druid, I don't know how do you say it, D-R-U-I-D, however you say that word, but it has little antlers and kind of like a leaf garland necklace thing around it. I'm not really sure what a droid is. I know I'm not saying that right. You guys are probably yelling at me in the comments. But anyway, it's a 4-in-1 bundle and these little guys are so cute. So I'm currently pattern testing for her. And then I recently started watching a new crochet YouTuber, and you guys, she is so fun and she's so sweet. And I've had so much fun watching her channel. But this is her pattern. This is Beatrix the Bee by Mimi Makes Keepsakes on YouTube. And once I saw this precious little bee, I actually saw it in the back of her videos while she was showing a this week's make. And I saw that bee and I was like, I'm in love with that. I have to make a bee. You guys know I have to make a bee. And so I made Beatrix the Bee, and I wish I had a little bit of a darker yellow. I do not, and I'm so sad. but she used, I'm pretty sure she used Bernat Mystical for the black and for the yellow, and hers looks so good. Like, just seeing it in the background of her videos, I love the colors that it came out to. As you guys can tell, this is a lot lighter of a bee, but it's still really cute and I still love it. And to spice it up a little bit, I went on the tips here with my faux fur from Hobby Lobby. If you guys can see it up there, I have light pink fur and like this white fur, but I couldn't figure out what to use the white fur for. And I used it on the tips of her wings, and I think she looks so cute. She is definitely a queen bee. Like, just look at her eyes and her blush. Does that not scream queen bee to you? She's a queen, especially with her furry little wings. And this pattern was so fun and so cute. I really haven't seen a bee lovey before, like a snuggler version of a bee. And so I thought that was so unique, and I absolutely had to make her. So once I saw that, I definitely went and bought her pattern. And like I said to you guys, she has a crochet YouTube channel. She's so sweet, so fun, and her personality just makes me smile. So I really enjoy watching her. So you guys can definitely go check out her channel. I made Beatrix the bee, and I've really been loving embroidering the eyes, you guys. Well, not embroidering the eyes, but embroidering the eyelashes on the tops. And so I've been starting like on the inner corner of the eye and then going across and doing 2 little lines there on both sides. And I took it out because the first one I did, she had more of like pointier eyelashes, and Brendan was like, she is fancy and she's a little bit mean looking. And I was like, I don't want her to look mean, I want her to look sweet. And he was like, her eyelashes make her look like all fancy and snooty. And I'm like, I don't want a snooty bee, but I want a nice little queen bee. So I changed her eyelashes and gave her the fur, and she's just so adorable. So I had a lot of fun making Beatrix the bee this week. Okay, next up, you guys, look at this little pattern. How cute is he? This is the Precious Pals Bird Pack. This is the mallard, obviously, and it's by Purple Grace by Shelby on Instagram. She designs patterns, she crochets adorable plushies, and she wrote this pattern and she reached out to me, and I think this is so, so cute. And you guys, how perfect is this for my fall market coming up at Cabela's? I feel like having a mallard, this is gonna sell instantly, especially outside of Cabela's with like my deer snugglers, my black bear, my fox, mallards. I feel like all of those animals will sell so good in the Cabela's craft show because a lot of people will kind of be into the outdoorsy things, animals, stuff like that. And so I feel like this little mallard is going to be absolutely perfect. But how precious is he? So I feel like mine turned out really big compared to hers, but I also used Bernat blanket yarn. So this actually is the Hobby Lobby Cozy Occasion and Coffee. This is Bernat Baby, Bernat Baby blanket. This is Bernat blanket in the color, oh, I don't know. It's this skein here. It's like a dark hunter green color. That's like the perfect mallard color. And I also want to make an alligator out of this. I think that'd be really cute too. So I use that for the head color. And then this is sun-soaked in Bernat, I'm pretty sure. And then look at the little things on top. His little hair, he is so cute. And then his little eyes, I did the whites on the eyes, of course. I was going to do some of those new glitter safety eyes that I got, but all of the sizes were kind of awkward fitting on him. I feel like they were either too big or too small. So I went ahead and went with the basic eyes and then just embroidered the white around it. And I still think that's really cute. It kind of reminds me more of like a baby item anyway. I feel like a little boy would like this. And of course I'll be putting the disclaimer about the eyes, but in her Precious Pals bird pack, she has a chicken, a flamingo, what else did she have? An eagle, I'm pretty sure. The mallard, and maybe something else. If there's something else, I will comment it on the screen so you guys can see. But this is the mallard. I feel like the size is just so cute. Like, I love how this looks. And he kind of just, well, he's a little bigger than your hand, obviously, but he can fit in the palm of your hand. And he's just a cute little size. So there you go. See how big the bee snuggler was? And here he is. So they're a very, like a good, decent sized plushie. This ended up taking me, I'm pretty sure, an hour and a half to do. But I think, like I've told you guys before, it just takes me longer just because I'm learning the pattern for the first time. Of course, with blanket yarn, sometimes that's not as smooth, that slows you down. So I think if I made him again, I could maybe get him done in like an hour or maybe a little over an hour. But I think she might have completed hers faster than I did, but she also used, it looks like a smaller yarn than me. So depending on your yarn, like if you're using Premier Parfait Chunky or if you're using Big Twist Baby Bear, obviously things are going to work up smoother and quicker, and it'll be like a much smoother experience than using Bernat blanket, because whenever I use Bernat, at least, especially with my hooks, I don't have them in here, but my clover hooks, the plastic ones, there's just so much drag with it that I feel like that kind of slows me down. But anyway, I had to show you guys this adorable little mallard. He is so cute, and I just love the different colors on him. I feel like this dark brown with the dark green looks so nice, especially with that sun-soaked color. And I'm very excited to see if he sells at my Cabela's market. So I made him this week. And then let's go ahead and talk about all my turtles. And there's some things going on with the turtles. You guys definitely commented down below, and I'm so glad that you guys brought this to my attention, because I honestly never even thought about this. So I have a lot to show you, as you guys can see, but we'll start with one of these ones. So what I did, I got these Dollar Tree bowls. Well, I just told you where they're from. I got these glass bowls from Dollar Tree, and I also got these rocks. They're like aquarium rocks down in the bottom here. And as you can see, they're very loose at the bottom. And a lot of you guys commented and said that the glass bowls also with these loose rocks probably are not the best thing for kids, and I totally agree with that. I did not really think about the fact that kids could kind of choke on these, and I don't know. I guess I was thinking these would be more for kids like at least 5 and up. I wasn't really thinking for babies. I don't think these are appropriate for babies or really toddlers, but I was thinking more for like little boys or little girls, because I made some girl turtles too, but ages like 5 plus. And then they were more meant to be like a display item, not necessarily to play with. Like, I thought they'd play with the turtle a little bit, but I wasn't thinking they'd be playing with the glass bowls and the rocks. I thought it'd be more of like, you set it up on your shelf, it sits on their nightstand, something like that. So I am going to be including a disclaimer when I sell these, that the bowls are glass, that the rocks are loose, and I don't recommend anyone buying them for kids younger than like 5, or maybe I should even raise the age a little bit. But if a parent wants to buy them for their kid, and as long as they're supervising them and not letting them play with this part and just playing with the turtle, I think that'll be okay. Like, obviously with safety eyes, you got to be careful with that. But basically, all that to say, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I definitely agree with that. And I think moving forward, I'm going to be getting the plastic aquariums. I think you can order those on Amazon. And so I'll be getting those, no more of the glass aquariums, and I don't even think I'll include the rocks anymore, because that is something loose that kids could choke on. Some of you said try epoxy in the bottom to kind of like harden it, and that's a good idea. I've actually never worked with epoxy before, so I'm not sure what you do. I don't know if it leaves like a strong smell, because I don't really want that either. So I might just take the rocks out altogether and just make it basically like those plastic aquariums with the carrying case, and then just put the little turtle inside. But I wanted to address that with you guys, because I know a lot of you were concerned about that, but I will be putting a disclaimer that it's glass, that there's loose rocks at the bottom, and it's really not recommended for toddlers or babies. It is definitely recommended for older children, and that they need to be supervised while they're playing with it. But now that I covered that with you guys, I want to show you all the little turtles that I made. I even as an adult would buy this. I feel like this could be for adults only too. Like, you could get this and display this in your house, and I think this is so cute. But anyway, I made one of these turtles. So he has like a light blue body, light blue head, and then I really don't know what to call this color. What would you call that? Like teal blue or turquoise? Is turquoise more purple? I feel like this is probably a teal blue. So I did this little blue turtle and put him in the blue aquarium. So that's what he looks like. And then I made several of these kinds. So this is the basic turtle. So he has a green body with a brown shell and then white rocks on the inside. So that's what that one looks like. And I made 1, 2, 3 of the basic green turtle with the white aquarium. I did 2 of the blue turtles to look like that. And then let me show you guys, I did 1 of the basic turtles in the blue aquarium with some blue rocks. So do you guys prefer the white rocks better? I know there's a glare, I'm sorry. Do you guys prefer the white rocks better, or do you like the blue rocks better? I actually like the blue rocks, I think. I think those are my favorites. There are those guys. And then let me stack these so they don't fall. Then I also did 2 unique colored turtles. So I did a purple one, and for the body, it's like a light purple color, and then a dark purple shell. put her in the white rocks. And then I also did a white turtle with a bright lime green shell. I think that's really cool as well. And then in the blue aquarium. So these were so fun to make, and I definitely will be tweaking things in the future. But if you want to make these, I recommend getting the plastic aquariums. That way you don't have to worry about anybody getting injured or putting out any disclaimers or worrying about any of that, because it's not worth it to have to worry about that or for anybody to get hurt, because that's not what we want. But I am glad that you guys brought that to my attention. So I appreciate everybody who left a comment and kind of gave me some suggestions on the epoxy or on the plastic aquariums. I really do appreciate that. So thank you so much. So I made 8 little turtles and aquariums. And then are you guys ready for another pattern test that I was in? This one is over now, and I'm just gonna show you first. I'm not gonna say anything. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this adorable little pumpkin pup. What in the world? This is precious. This is so, so cute. So this is the pumpkin pup pattern by Crochet by Met. And these are her fall pups. So she had a mushroom pup, this pumpkin pup, and a witch pup. But I applied to test the pumpkin pup because it was my favorite. He was the cutest to me, I thought. And so let me take his hat off first. So that's another cool feature. You take his little pumpkin hat off. So if you don't want him to wear the pumpkin hat, he doesn't have to. But that's also fun for kids to kind of dress up the little pup. So let me show you once his hat is off. Okay. So obviously it's a little wiener dog. He is so cute. And I used Cozy Occasion in the coffee color. This is Premier Basics in caramel. I use those beautiful green safety eyes, the glitter eyes. How cute is that? I love that so much. I feel like those eyes they completely elevate the whole plushie. So did that. The orange is Tangerine and Premier Basic Chenille. And Kayla, I know you told me to kind of see what I thought about using that. I actually didn't have any trouble with this skein, so maybe you just didn't get a good skein, or maybe I got a really good skein. I don't know. But I'm glad that I did not have any issues with this tangerine color. So anyway, I used the caramel color on top here. I used Bernat Blanket in this green, and this is also Coffee Cozy Occasion. And then there's the bottom with his little feet. So there is a lot of sewing in this pattern. That was one thing that took the most time, I feel like, was just the amount of sewing, but the result. You guys, the result is so worth it. I feel like sometimes, even though I'm not a big fan of sewing, sometimes it's necessary. Like there's certain shapes you cannot get with just crocheting everything in one piece. And so I also like that you can kind of customize where you place things. In her pattern, she didn't really say exactly where to sew on the legs or exactly where to sew on the tail, things like that. And so that kind of gives you freedom to put it where you think looks the best. And so with the tail, I kind of added it in the middle there on the back. The feet, I tried to evenly space those apart, put one in each little segment of the pumpkin. And then the head, I kind of sewed to where it was kind of in the middle of the pumpkin, I guess. So that's what he looks like. And I wanted to do like a different color dog. So I did the lighter color brown for the main body. And then I thought the details in this dark coffee color was so cute. And then for the little hat, this is all one piece. And so you start, this is coffee, this is tangerine. And then you make the little ear holes to where you can slip it on his head. And then you just stick them right through. And this is an adorable pattern. I am in love with this little pumpkin pup. I do not know how long this took me. I've been working on this for several nights. And obviously, like I said, there's a lot of sewing, so that's gonna slow you down. And then I also was working on other things throughout the week. So I really do not know how long he took me altogether, but help me. How much would you charge for this? What is reasonable? I know for sure he probably took he took over 2 hours, I would say. Like maybe 2.5, close to 3. I don't know if that's right or not though. It definitely was more than 2 hours. I would say like 2.5, 3. And it took forever, honestly, to make it. But I feel like this is kind of one of those showstoppers that drags you into the booth. So even if he doesn't sell, I feel like he'll draw a lot of attention to my booth and hopefully just bring people in. But help me, how much would you charge for him? He is a pretty decent size. Like, this is pretty big, I think. And so I'm not sure what to put on him. I really have no clue what to charge for him, but I know you guys will help me with that. So comment down below, how much could I put reasonably on this pumpkin pup? Because you guys know I'm awful at pricing and I need some help. So let me know. And if he doesn't sell at my markets, I might, or if you guys really want him, if one of you guys really want him, message me and I'll put him on my Shopify and just sell him outright, because I don't know if he'll sell at my markets. If not, he'll be cute in my office, but if anybody's really interested, you can always message me and I'll list him up there on my website. Which, check out my website, kybeecreates.com. I really haven't updated it recently. I still have my base cute and cozy collection, like my Kybees up there, my chickens, my turtles, and thank you to Suzanne. You placed an order last week. I had so much fun packing your order. She got so many plushies that she wanted me to turn into keychains for her, so that was really fun. She got a leggy frog. What else did you get? Chickens, my Ray, the smiley sun. I turned all of those into keychains for her, and she got my Daisy turtle. So thank you so much, Suzanne. That made my whole day. So I did want to bring that up. If you're new here, if you've not been with me for too long, I do have a website where I sell my crochet plushies, kybeecreates.com, and that's always linked down below. But my little pumpkin pup, we'll see where he ends up going, whether that's selling at a market, selling online, or just hanging out with me for a little bit. But either way, so adorable. And actually, Crochet by Met, the pattern designer, she did hers as like a golden little pup. So you guys know those little wiener dogs that look like a golden retriever. Oh, those are precious. I'm just gonna insert a picture now. That way we can all admire this little cute wiener dog. If we ever get a dog, Brendan and we want one of these golden wiener dogs because they are so cute. Oh my gosh. So I think I might do a golden wiener dog in this pumpkin outfit as well, but very, very cute. I had a lot of fun making that this week. And then I think that is all pattern wise. Yeah, I got some happy mail from one of you guys and I opened this up and I can't quit smiling. Oh my gosh, so let me show you. I couldn't help but open it already. I just have no patience. I see it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to open it now. So this is what it looks like once I opened, and this is from Marie. So Marie, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, wait till I show you guys. So she has this pretty little tissue paper inside and put butterfly stickers on it. You guys, I love opening fun packaging. Like that just makes the whole thing. So her social, she has here, and you guys can scan the little code, is Crafting in Array. And it looks like this is her Palm Street QR code. So if you want to check out, I'll take it closer so you guys can focus. There we go, focus. If you want to scan that and go to her Palm Street, but that's where you can get to that. That's one of her socials. And she included this pretty little butterfly paper, and it says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. That has been one of my favorite verses recently, Marie. How did you know that? But anyway, such a pretty little packaging in there and just encouraging things. And she, oh my goodness, I'm throwing it. Oh my goodness. She wrote me a little note and sealed it with a super cute sticker. You guys, so she also put her socials here. Her Instagram is crafting_in-array, and her YouTube channel is Marie Crafting in Array. So I'll put both of those up on the screen if you guys want to check her out, because you will once you see what she sent me. She also sent me some little stickers. These are so cute. So she has a little tiger that she sent me. Oh, I love the little eyes. A little kitty. So cute. Axolotl, and it says hi. And then another axolotl on its computer. How cute. Oh my gosh. And so the first little package that I opened, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. So she wrote in this note, by the way, that she paints safety eyes. I'll go ahead and tell you. She hand paints safety eyes, and she made Luna's eyes and Abby's eyes. You guys, she made Luna's eyes and Abby's eyes. Look at these beautiful safety eyes. So the ones up top, and I'm gonna go ahead and take off this paper so you can see a little better, and then I'll stick it back on after I show you. So Abby's eyes are up top. Look at how beautiful that blue is. It's so shimmery. And on the back here, it is called Ocean Breeze. So that must be Ocean Breeze in her shop. And then the bottom is this green, and it looks like it has green and gold and blue, and it is called Seaweed Swirl. So beautiful. Look at the green. Oh my gosh. I am obsessed. I love these so much. I'm so excited. So how big are these? Again, I'm so bad at safety eyes, you guys. I'm not sure. I really don't even measure safety eyes, honestly. I kind of just stick them in the plushie and whatever looks like it fits is what I use. So honestly, it doesn't even matter. But I cannot wait to use these eyes. And I've told you guys in the past that I want to make an Abby and a Luna plushie by using that Annie Caraway pattern. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use these little eyes to make Abby and Luna, and I cannot wait to make them. That was part of what she sent me. And as if she didn't spoil me enough, she sent me more safety eyes. And you guys, I've never even seen anything like these. I cannot, they are gorgeous. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the paper again. That way you guys can see them up close. But look, these are called Strawberry Kiwi Martini. Do you guys see the little strawberry and kiwi inside? Look at that. That is so pretty. So they are pink. It's like a pink base with like holographic glitter. So all the different color changing. And then it has a strawberry slice and a kiwi slice. I'll take this off too. On both sides. How pretty are these eyes? Oh my gosh, comment down below. What can I put these eyes on? I was thinking if I didn't already finish my dragon back there, how pretty would that be on the dragon? Oh my gosh, I think that'd be beautiful. I guess I could make another dragon, or I don't know. It has to be something pink, obviously, because I want the eyes to just be like a bold statement piece in it. But whenever I saw these eyes, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. So beautiful hand-painted safety eyes by Marie, Crafting in Array. Thank you so much. I'm so excited and I cannot wait to use these. I appreciate that so much. So that made my whole day whenever I opened that package, and you guys are so sweet. I really appreciate all of you. Every person that leaves me a comment or just encourages me, reaches out to me on Instagram. I appreciate every single one of you. And it's literally, I know every YouTuber ever says this, but truly it's only because of you guys that I'm able to go part-time with my work, to be able to do this on the side, grow my business, literally. If you guys were not here supporting me every week, watching my videos and commenting, this would not be a thing. I would have had to quit already, and I'm just so grateful for you guys because you're making it to where I can actually work on my dream and get closer to making this like a full-time reality. So I'm very thankful for each and every one of you. With all of that said, that is everything I have to share with you guys today. So if you watched this far, thank you so very much for being here. I had a lot of fun sharing all these makes with you guys, my pattern testing, my fun happy mail, the new things I got for my market display, and just chatting with you guys. And you guys know that recently I've been sharing a Bible verse every time before I leave. And actually, I really like the one Marie sent me, so I'm gonna read it to you guys again. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Friends, you are so very loved, and I just want you to know that you all mean the world to me. And I'm just so happy to have this crafty and cozy family. If you watched all the way to the end, comment the ghost emoji so I can give you a big thank you for hanging out with me today. And if you're not already subscribed, definitely be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to join our crafty and cozy family. And I will see you guys next Saturday for a new video. Bye.